Hello guys, Isaiah Flores here, and we are back with another one. Today is going to be a bit more different, a little more serious, if you could say. I wouldn't say serious, but I think this is just something I want to talk about and, just get off my mind. We are currently in my closet because my room's a mess. Here's a mess too, but like it's the only place where I have a desk and where I can set myself up at. So we're just gonna have to deal with that for the time being. I do have a coffee here. Caffeine helps me get in a state of mind of flow state and makes me become a thinker. So I will be sipping on it periodically throughout this whole conversation we're about to be having. It's very good. I love coffee. I I've changed it over standard energy drinks and life has never been more beautiful. Anywho, there's more to bodybuilding than just building muscle. When you think of a bodybuilder, let's say, like, what are the first things that come to mind? You probably think of somebody who's super jacked, they're really tan, and they probably 99% abuse steroids. But what really, like, takes them to get there, to get to that stage, to really be able to present themselves like that, being that lean, being that muscular? How is that really even possible? People think it's countless hours in the gym and, steroids and protein powder and the protein bars you see in your Walmart. That must be what they're eating in order to gain muscle, gain size, lose weight. Well, not exactly. There's more to bodybuilding than just building muscle. There's more than just countless hours in the gym. There's more than, taking the easy way out and abusing steroids and, getting there as quick as possible. There's more to it. There's something deeper that makes people continue the sport. Because, if all you had to do was take a drug in order to become Mr. Olympia, we sure would have a whole lot of Mr. Olympias out there and a whole lot of champions and a whole lot of jacked people. Now, there are a whole lot of jacked people who are on steroids, do not get me wrong at all. But what I'm saying is we would have like Olympia winners stage like 3% body fat constantly all the time. But no, it's not always the case. And that coffee is good. But there's more to it than just countless hours in the gym and steroids. As a bodybuilder myself, this is my first ever show. Y'all know this. I started in the time of January of this year. Well, really December 31st, but December 31st, technically January of this year, so there's really no difference there. Like 20 weeks and a day out. Are we really going to count that? But 20 weeks out, and now, before I even know it, I got my posing trunks. I do not yet have my song. I need to get my individual routine down. But we're 8 weeks out as the timing of recording of this video. We are 8 weeks out. And I've cut before. I have, lost weight before. There is a big difference. You'd be surprised. There is a humongous difference in between losing weight and preparing for a bodybuilding show. You'd probably think it'd be similar though, similar concept. Let's say, oh, we're at a certain amount of body fat percentage, we're at a certain amount of weight. Oh, well, all you gotta do is cut down and get to that weight. Yes, but no. You see, what I've noticed is that losing weight is completely different from losing pounds of fat and all that other stuff. Calories are different. You know, everybody says intake in versus out. You know, the usual, oh, you just gotta hit your certain goal. Like, you're eating to fuel your body. You're not eating for, just to have food. It's not like a pleasure thing. You're eating to fuel your body. You have to eat certain foods to get a certain way. You can't, let's say you have 2,000 calories, right? You can't eat 2,000 calories worth of donuts. Sure, if you were on like a weight loss goal, 2,000 calories worth of any food would probably work, and you still probably lose weight as long as you're eating in a calorie deficit. But eating 2,000 calories of whatever you want, not hitting your protein goals, not hitting your macros, and you're just going off of that and trying to prepare for a bodybuilding show, 9 times out of 10, your body's not going to have the right fuel in order to lift. Macros are important. You should at least be hitting your protein goals, in my opinion. You should at least be hitting your protein goals. And that's kind of a hard thing to define now because I don't really know, because I'm used to the standard 1 pound per body, like pound of body weight, but then there's this study where it's like, well, if you're 400 pounds, it's hard to eat 400 grams of protein in a calorie deficit, which is fair to say. So apparently a new metric is like a pound for every, I forgot if it was inch or centimeter in height. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's centimeters. Don't fact check. Actually, fact check me on that. Go see if it's inches or centimeters. But we're getting off task. Here. There's more to bodybuilding than just building muscle. This sport has shown me so many things in only 3 months. In only 3 months of dieting, this sport has already shown me so much. 1, time management. Time management's a big thing. Time management, you gotta know how to order all your meals, when you're gonna buy your meals, how you're gonna prep your meals, what day you're gonna do it, when are you gonna cook all your food, when are you gonna make all your food, probably gonna be in the same day. What are you gonna do when are you gonna train, when are you gonna do this, when are you gonna do that, how are you getting your optimum amount of sleep, are you getting your schoolwork done, because I don't know if y'all forget, but a lot of people actually don't realize on how young I am. People see me in the gym and people assume I'm in my 20s. So that probably explains why I get a bunch of weird looks when I do abnormal things in the gym. People assume I'm in my 20s, believe it or not. I think it's because of the man bun. I think I'm the only 16-year-old rocking it. But the thing is, time management, knowing when to prep, knowing how to cook, all this other stuff. Cooking is actually something I've learned as well. Because, I would just salt, pepper, chicken and rice, throw it on, throw it on my freaking ground beef, salt, pepper, throw it on my rice, my egg whites. But, it's fun. It's fun, honestly. Another thing. It's mentally demanding. Bodybuilding here is when it really comes to more than just building muscle. Bodybuilding is something that's mentally demanding. You are the only one that can bring out your results. And that can really go for anything in life, but I'm just going to target it majority to bodybuilding. You are the master of you, okay? Listen, because bodybuilding is known as one of the loneliest sports in the world. And it really is. It really is. Because when you do bodybuilding, you realize that you only have time for yourself. you realize that you are all alone here. You can have a coach for bodybuilding. I did have a coach for the first 2 months. I'm currently self-coaching myself right now because, you know, I hate to admit this to you guys, but I am not financially well. I'm not poor. Don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not trying to make a sob story. Don't feel all bad. He's like, oh, poor Isaiah. I don't want y'all to feel bad. I'm not poor. Okay. I'm doing just fine. I'm just broke and make poor financial decisions. And that's why I'm broke. Don't be like me. Make good financial decisions. But, you know, I couldn't pay for her. And, you know, now I'm going on the path of self-coaching. And, you know, I feel a whole lot less stressed because having her, it made it more stressful on me, it felt like. Not because of anything she did in general. There was nothing wrong with the coach. Loved her. Wish I could still have her, but unfortunately, due to my financial circumstances, I cannot. So, there's nothing wrong with her. It's just like oh, I'm not making enough money. How am I ever going to pay her back? How am I ever going to pay her? How am I ever going to pay her? I don't owe her anything. But I'm just like, I'm just like, how am I going to pay her? And it just built stress on my mind. And it was just a whole lot of weight my mind could not lift. It was just a whole lot of weight my mind could not lift, and it brought me down all the time. And I was just always in constant anxiety and panic, and it was just a whole lot. So that's the thing. It's mentally demanding. Not only in the sense of fear or anxiety, but also in the sense of discipline. Discipline comes with the gym in general, and discipline's going to be coming with you wherever you go in life. Whether it be for that job, school, discipline's going to follow you everywhere. Now, you have to be the one to be disciplined. You have to be. That's where I come back to saying it's the loneliest sport in the world. You are the only person that can do it. Because you can have a coach tell you what you want to do, what you need to do. You can have a coach tell you what you need to do, but you're the only one that's going to be doing it. Because, you know, I remember she told me, oh, you got to eat this. Oh, you got to eat that. At the first start, I didn't even know what I was doing. Like, for my first grocery buy, I was assuming that I was just going to get handed macros, and I was going to buy food and buy whatever and go according to the macros. No. It's a structured meal plan, and I eat certain things in order to look a certain way. You need to buy the fuel for your body, which I genuinely prefer now than when I bought random sacks of russet potatoes, white rice, and pounds of chicken. Which is not bad. That's actually not bad for if you were to just be lifting in the gym. But, you know, I was eating ground beef, egg whites, rice, sweet potatoes, all good stuff. All good stuff. Chicken, ground turkey. I honestly miss it because now is so bad. What I'm currently eating as of the 8 weeks out. Sorry, the video cut out and my timer freaking went off on my phone. But egg whites, oatmeal, brown rice, chicken breast, asparagus, tilapia, sweet potatoes, asparagus. And that's about it. But it's very mentally demanding because you have to wake up, you have to get yourself up, do your fasted cardio for however long it may be. And, you know, you got to get your steps in. Believe it or not, if you're doing bodybuilding and you are at a certain amount of body fat percentage before you started, and let's just say you're higher than where you would like to be, you're going to have to move around a lot. And, you know, it's going to tucker out your legs. It's going to tucker out your body. Low carbs, low everything, low calories, not used to it, especially if it's your first show. It's going to be a whole new experience. And it's a whole new experience for me. Every day I wake up to something different. Right now, as of currently, has been the most low energy I've ever had in my entire life on a cut. And like that's where the difference comes, because I've cut down multiple times before. I've lost weight. I've gone to see abs before. That's happened 100%. But never in my life have I experienced such low energy. When I come on camera, I feel like I have to be higher energy. So honestly, when it really comes down to it, I'm not saying I'm faking it. Like what y'all see on camera is the real me. If you were to ever see me in person and to talk to me, this is almost near exact on how I'm going to act. Because that's me. It's me. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not even feeling it. Like at work, not even feeling it. Like all I want to do is go home. School, not feeling it. All I want to do is go home. I spend most of my day either at school, at home, or at work alone. And that is a choice and not by choice thing. It probably would have been better if it was the first semester I was doing this, because I at least had people around, but I think even then that wouldn't change anything. But like I said with bodybuilding, when you get into the sport, you soon realize you only have time for yourself. You have no time to go out and party. You have no time to go out and do other things other than beside the sport you're doing. You have no other time to go do other things. Now, wait. Don't get me wrong. It's not like you don't have to. But if you are seriously committed to bodybuilding and you are seriously committing to optimizing as most gains as you possibly can, you don't have recovery time to go out and party late at night and go drink and go vape and go eat candy and sweets and all this other stuff and go out and splurge. You don't have time for that. You don't have time. You simply cannot recover from training hard and going out and partying all night. It just doesn't happen. You can't possibly go out and spend your whole night staying up late and wake up early to do cardio. You're not getting sleep. And if you're not getting sleep, you're not recovering. If you're not recovering, your muscles aren't going to grow. Your muscles aren't going to recover. And your body is going to feel more like crap than it already does being on low carbs and low fats. You are ruining your own chance at success if you decide to go out and go with others. It's hard to manage a social life with bodybuilding. It's really hard. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. But it's very difficult. I wouldn't say that you can't have friends. I wouldn't say you can't go out and do events. But if you're really 100% to this, being alone is the best option. Don't be lonely. That's what I'm saying. But maybe just take some time to yourself. And I think that's a big thing with my generation nowadays. Nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants to be by themselves. That's why I think hookup culture exists and everything else. Nobody wants to be alone. Everybody dreads it. Everybody dreads being alone. They can't stand themselves. But I think when you're by yourself, It's a very God-given moment. Because, I've also been a big Christ follower. Now, that doesn't imply anything about myself, but I notice when I'm alone, when I'm by myself, and it's just me in my room, when nobody else around, I can hear God a whole lot more. Now, what does that really mean? I can feel his presence. It's hard to hear God with a crowd and hard to hear God in a what's it? What was it called? Non Christ space? I don't know. But it's hard to hear in a bad environment. But when you're all alone and it's just you and him, it's something that really connects to you. And that's something about bodybuilding that's different. When you do this, your mind is a whole lot more clear. Now than ever, I have never been more God dependent. Y'all see the training and y'all see everything else, but y'all don't see the times where I pray at night. I pray that I just have the energy just to get out of bed for tomorrow. Because every day I feel like I'm dragging my body around low on carbs. I can't even walk up a case of stairs. Do you know how crazy that sounds? I struggle to walk up a case of stairs. My sleep quality gets ruined. I drink a bunch of water every day. And I'm constantly having to go to the bathroom. And I ask to use their bathroom. And people usually go once, maybe twice in class. But when you ask more than 3 times to go to the restroom because of how much water you drink, teachers look at you either like you're skipping or you have a bladder problem. Now, more often than not, they're going to think you're skipping. But that's what I'm saying. Bodybuilding is something that's demanding. Bodybuilding is something that is demanding out of you and nobody but you. You can have the plan, you can have the workouts, you can have the food. But if you are not the one doing it, you will never, never get close to achieving your goals. And I'm not just saying this for bodybuilding, but I'm saying this for everything in life. You can have the plan, you can have the ingredients, and you can have the materials. But if you are not willing to take it upon yourself in order to do so, then you will not be successful. You have to take it upon yourself to be successful. Now, before I wrap it up, there is more to bodybuilding than just building muscle. And if you want to take away anything of what I said today, understand that bodybuilding is something that's mentally challenging, physically demanding, and there's more to it deep down than just coming out and popping up on stage. Not just anyone can just do that. Lastly, I want to talk about support. I want to thank y'all all for the support that you have given me over the past couple days of my return. I do periodically leave for a good month or two on some cord catching stuff. But I just want to give excuse me, it's all coffee. I just want to give a big update and big thanks to all that. I want to give a big thanks to all my sponsors that do help me with bodybuilding. Because, like I said, financial circumstances are for me. But, I pray that it's going to be all right. And I have faith in Christ. that He will take care of me, and no matter where I end up going, I will be okay wherever I'm at. And that's a big thing for me. Faith has been really big. If there's anything that you want to do, and if you feel inspired or motivated by what I say, do, and anything, please consider subscribing. We are really trying to reach 1,000 by the end of the year, or as soon as possible. For content as it goes wise, like as I said, I'm preparing for a bodybuilding show, and I'm really putting 100% of my focus into it. Majority of days I don't even feel like recording. I didn't even feel like recording this video, honestly. This has been a video idea on my mind for a very long time, like 12 weeks out. But I'm just now doing it because, I've just never had the time, never had the energy. And, I never feel like it. That's why I have the coffee with me. So if you want to do anything, support the channel. Everything from my other social media accounts to my contact information for collaboration and anything else like that. Sponsorship opportunities are all in the link in description. Please consider subscribing or leave a comment, leave a like. If this video can get to 10 likes, I will do a full day of eating. And, we can take a little insight on the 16-year-old bodybuilder diet. But, bodybuilding has really been a big thing in my life, and I love this sport. I can say that deep down. No matter how miserable it gets for me, I can say I love this sport. And it's odd because, who would love to cut their calories and do cardio, and all you do is cardio and be tired all the time and not even feel like moving around in the morning. But deep down, I really love this sport. I've never been a big sports guy, and this is the only sport and the only thing I've ever been passionate about. I love bodybuilding. And if you love bodybuilding as much as I do, and you want to give your support, please consider subscribing and helping out the channel. And I just want to give my big thanks for y'all sitting here and watching to the end of the video. And